welcome back to turn 22 of Blood on the Snow. Things are developing. I think we're kind of getting into the end game. Both sides have suffered a fair bit here, though. Let's be honest, there's a lot more burning BTRs out here than there are strikers. So on the right, we took out a striker last turn, but we lost the BTR as well to a javelin. I think there's only two up here. I think they're both 50 cals as well. So we're looking at kind of a tow Humvee, Mark 19 Humvee there, two strikers up here and some infantry. Down here around the objective, that Mark 19 team has probably dumped out whatever infantry it has, and it's really shooting the crap out of this building. Disproportionate use of force. Absolutely. And there are enemy mortars landing around here. Actually, looking at the crater there, that one's a lot bigger than the others. So maybe he's got some 81 mils, and he's also got some. Just that the road's doing something weird there. He's got some 81s and some 120s, which is interesting. But I think we pretty much nobbled a lot of stuff here. At the end of the last turn, it looked like Kieme was redistributing some of his forces. So this striker that reversed away down there, I think this is the one where the gunner got shot reloading the Mark 19 there. I think that dropped some troops off to occupy this kind of compound here. Friendly mortars are falling all over this area because they're comically inaccurate. Yeah, down on Drama Corner. Didn't see a lot of the enemy last turn, I don't think. There's definitely a Humvee with a 50 cal and a striker with a 50 cal down there as well. Plus whatever infantry he's got. Hopefully we've hit the infantry up some. And end of last turn, what do we get? Yes, we got the forward observer team is going to get the mortars to hit these woods up. Because you want to hit that infantry. It's always worth picking on your opponent's infantry when you can, because the more of them you kill, the more points you're going to get for killing the enemy. It's based mostly on raw numbers. So yeah, without getting into too much, basically the more of them you kill, the better. Especially if the enemy has a smaller force than you. If we go 1-to-1 on casualties, but I've got more men overall, because I have 2 companies of Russians here. Had 2 companies of Russians here. Then, if we go equal on casualties, having more men, I'll get more points. Or Kieme will get fewer points. So we've got our second kind of line position here setting up. And this is kind of the final speed bump. Hopefully, this platoon and the recce platoon have inflicted enough pain on that Kieme's force coming this way to make this a tougher proposition. But we'll see. That's pretty much what we're looking for here. I want to see where he pushes here. There are some more RPG teams moving up this way, and we'll see if any of those can identify any of the enemy units up there. Waiting for the mortars to come in again, and yeah, seeing what Kieme does. I'm a bit 50-50 on where to go at the moment. A couple of turns ago I was talking about going up on the right, up this way. I'm not sure that's actually going to be that good, because he's definitely kind of dug in up there, and his infantry will cause me problems. Whereas down here, if I can clear the enemy out of the barns down this side, which I think I'm doing a not a bad job of gradually, we might be able to, and we keep this force here contained, might be able to punch down the main road going through the the road that goes through the middle of the village, and then come up into the south crossroads objective. I just want to get a couple of bodies in there just to deny it, because then I'll definitely I'm certainly going to get 200 points for the North Crossroads objective, and that's going to give me a leg up. I reckon casualties are about even. We will see. Right, let's just press go. That's friendly mortars clobbering that whole area there. Still. Oh, some casualties there. We'll see what that's all about. And American infantry hanging around up there, getting shot at. That's good. We want them to get shot at. Mark 19 Humvee hammering the recce platoon guys. 30 cal fire coming out here. That's a different infantry squad. Those guys have popped up again. It looks like, actually, from the sound contacts, it looks like he might be moving his strikers and bits and bobs. Oh, good, we got a spot on that Humvee there. Gonna have to have a good look at that. BTR just got hit by something. Okay, there's the tow Humvee from earlier. That is? Yes, it is. I thought that might have turned up there. And oh yeah, look, we got the gunner. Excellent. Right, let's. So quite a bit happened there actually. Let's have a look at the top. This right flank up here. It's definitely getting. Yeah, hello. Getting some American infantry moving forwards. So it has paid off to get the RPG teams occupying more of these buildings, because I'm spotting things I might not necessarily have been able to spot earlier. Got some fire on this BTR. That's just small arms fire. But oh, hello. Hello, you're like a full squad. Yeah, so we got the marksman with the M110, saw gunner. Ah, so that was a saw that we saw in the last saw that we saw, an M249 that we saw. Okay, rather than a. Yeah, look at it. It's not big enough to be a Jimpy. What was I thinking? And then this guy with the grenade launcher. What's going to happen to you running out there in the open like that? Oh, we got another guy. This is like at least a fire team. It's considerably less than a fire team now. That's like, yeah. There's a so you can see this other part of the intel game. If we look at the icon there, you can see it moving around as they take casualties until there's just one on this guy. So he is the last survivor of that team. That's excellent. Absolutely fantastic. We want the enemy to get shot up like that. So who actually does the damage here? It's got to be mostly the BTR, yeah. And these guys here. Yeah, a bit of a crossfire going on. It's another reason why it's always good to spread out your forces. And what happens to you in the end? I think he just goes off. We get next. We spot these guys. And so this is a bit of a faux pas from JTMO, I think. I can see how the way that you have to kind of ask, where are these guys going? Because they're just running across the open, like, empty field here. And the only thing I can think of is that they're heading down this way. Maybe he wants to get them in some of these buildings here where he can get a bit of flanking fire on my troops, which are pushing towards his objective there. But they really should have taken the long way around and kept below this slope. So either he thought it was clear, which is unlikely because, you know, a striker got RPG'd from over here, and I've been here all the time. Or he's been in a bit of a rush and hasn't thought it through, which would imply that this is really threatening to him. That's just, you know, entirely hypothetical, but I'll take it. This is always combat missions is always a game about mistakes. The player who makes the fewer mistakes tends to come out on top. And then we got these guys. That's that Javelin team that took out the striker earlier. I'm pretty sure that that's a whole squad. Or most of a squad. Yeah, you can see you're getting small arms fire coming back. They M203 grenade there. Guys, why don't we use the RPG or something? Wouldn't that be smart? Oh, Javelin. I missed that. You know, sometimes when you take casualties, the icon just disappears because they're dead. If they all die in the same instant, that's what's happened to these guys. So they just got blapped. Yeah. I'll take that. That's a waste of a Javelin. That's like 250 grand. Straight in the face there. For 3 Russian conscripts. Yeah. Cool, and then just at the end there, we're getting that partial penetration going through the BTR. Yeah, at this house? Interesting. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that's about. Probably, yeah, if we look at that, we've got a contact about... Or do we? This contact... Yeah, if this striker here is trying to shoot up that building, then, you know, rounds are going to go through the BRDM wreck there. Which is what we're seeing. These guys, what happens to you? Do you all get killed as well? No, you run away. Well, I suppose it's slightly better than dying. Yeah, so that's okay. That's, you know, we can run with that. You know, 4-3 to me. Let's check kind of this more central area here, because things happen. Or, you know what, let's fold it in with this whole kind of area here. So we've got the mortars falling, that's obvious enough. That blip there, that's a lone crewman from a knocked out striker, probably that one there. These guys with the RPG, they were going to take a pot shot at the start of the turn at that striker, because they have a pretty decent target on it. And the interesting thing to note here is that they don't think they're going to get any... Oh, hello, that's a completely new striker. Is it? Oh, no. Okay, so that... Getting mixed up now. That's the striker that we killed earlier. And the icon for that armoured knight, which is still over there, managed to line up on it pretty well. That had me worried for a second. Thought we killed that. These guys are firing an RPG, and they miss. You always miss. You know, maybe that hits something over there. But it looks like they've... yeah, the RPG gunner got killed. But I think that's due to mortar fire? Oh no. There's some small arms coming from those guys over there. Or it might be mortars. Like 120 mils. Hard to tell. They are also definitely getting machine gun. So, yeah. And then the recce platoon. The 3 guys that constitute what's left of it. As they're running up here to get into this building. Because I wanted them to get eyes on this area here. Finish off that bit of American squad. They're getting Mark 19'd by the Humvee over there. Which is not great. Of course, they decide to run in several different directions. So the squad leader, these 2 guys run back the way they came. The squad leader tries to run through the building and out the other side, where he gets shot by these guys here. Which is great. That looks... yeah, that's a single pixel trooper. That's good. So I think there's like two teams, two American teams left around here. The team that was hanging around here with the javelin and the saw, and this guy, who I think would have been in there. So that's nice and interesting. Yeah, that's a 120mm round directly on top of that building there, which is no fun for anybody. I think he's adjusting his mortars up here. And oh yeah, these guys have panicked some more. So obviously the when they went into a state of panic, the game drew an evade line, which is, you know, that command, and it's automatically plotted it down here, away from where they're being shot at, which is smart. It is not so smart that they run around here and get shot. I think, did they get wiped out? Is this the end of the Recce platoon? There's that. Oh no, he's not the sword gunner. But yeah, that's those guys are in the same place. Maybe JT is trying to link the squad up again. Is he going to make it? I think he will. He's doing it. He's got the radio. He's the most important guy in the squad. Run! Sumarikov. Yeah, don't ask me to speak Russian, it ain't happening. Let's see if he makes it. And then, yeah, we got distracted there, didn't we? I think as these guys recover their nerve, they're the ones who are going to spot the Humvee there. There goes the house. It's those guys. What? Might be 81 mils? Yeah, I think they're getting 81 mils. Like, just landing in that general area. That's quite accurate 81 mil fire as well. They are unsurprisingly suppressed. Yes, it's all these guys in these two houses here. There's now a crewman on there. That's interesting. This is what? There's 3 guys in the Humvee. So maybe they did lose a man. So I don't think I don't remember it being a crewman in the last couple of, the last time we saw it a couple of turns ago when it drove down here. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a crewman. So obviously we nicked him. Alternatively, yeah, there's the other crewman. So that's a 2-man crew from a striker. Alternatively, what happened? Yeah, because it comes with 2 men. Yeah, it comes with a 2-man crew, a driver, and a gunner. So obviously what's happened is the gunner must have been killed. Excellent. We'll totally take that. I do remember there being another marker in there, though, so there are some US infantry loose around here, obviously. But let's see. It looks like the last 10 seconds, all these guys get some payback on the Humvee there. Yeah. It looks like they nailed the gunner. Well, I know they nailed the gunner because he's dead at the end. But yeah, there he goes. We'll take that. He's just been saved from being... Yeah, they fire another RPG-26, but it hits a tree. Yeah. That would have knocked it out. And then just at the end, these guys over here spot this tow Humvee. Unfortunately... Oh, that's because that building's gotten knocked down. There's not a lot these guys can do. They are pinned down quite comprehensively, but maybe they can RPG that Humvee. or shoot the guy out at least. That would be helpful. Yeah, so we lost that team on the corner there, that 3-man. Oh no. Where is he? Ah, he's run away. Fair enough. He was getting mortared. And these guys are doing whatever those guys were doing before. Yeah, so that's also a kind of, you know, I can run with this on this turn. That's, you know, I'm cool with that. There's a lot of enemy mortar assets coming around in this area. And like I say, I'm cool with that. That is okay with me. Because this is why I'm just attacking. I just had this one platoon up here. And, yeah, sure, it's getting, you know, it's not having an amazing time. It's getting a bit rinsed. But it is spotting targets. It is inflicting casualties. We've already seen the results of it pressuring this point. Which is that JTMO's diverting troops from up here on his left flank, my right, to come down here and assist. So that's cool. That means I'm doing unto him, as it were. I think that's all the interesting bits that happen. Let's go just run through Drama Corner. So we can see these sound contacts. Oh, 2 Humvees. Okay, I thought there were only 2, but whatever. Yeah, 1 striker, that's that contact there, from the looks of it. Moving up, that looks like it should be okay. And then this area here, that's getting 30mm cannons. I saw American infantry around there earlier. Yeah. Like this clearing here, so hopefully that's going to inflict some damage. One of the really interesting things to note with this, playing as the Russians, is how often I am shooting at where I think the enemy is, because I can't actually see him. Whereas with the Americans, it's a lot more see it, kill it. But yeah, a quiet turn on Drama Corner. Isn't that nice? And yeah, it was you who saw you, wasn't it? Yeah, that's cool. Be a bit of a while before the mortars come out, but that's okay. Wasn't I ordering mortars in with somebody else at the same time? Yeah. Obviously not. Right, let's do a full zoom out, go onto the wide angle, and do a run through there and see what we get. So the HQ team is moving back up. The infantry squad here has grown its balls again. And these guys, this AT-13 team, I'm going to stick on this corner. Looks like they're sorting their lives out. Yeah, they're deploying there, so we got that covered off. Okay. No mystery explosions or deaths down here, that's fine. Cool. That was good. Let's do just a quick count, actually. So, how many BTRs have I lost? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 1 in here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's quite a lot. How many have I got left? That's a better question. 1, 2, 3. Not you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm... Oh. 13. So I've almost lost half my BTRs, but most of my infantry is okay. I've lost, what, a platoon? Let's call it 2 platoons, because the rest of the... Oh, and the recce platoon. I forgot about them. So I lost, like, what, 3 out of my 7 platoons? Yeah, I'm about 50% strength-ish, a bit more because I have all these units back here with the mortars that haven't really been touched. What's JTMO lost? One Humvee. We know we hit another striker up here, so 2 strikers there, 2 strikers there. That's 4 strikers. 2 strikers down here, 6 strikers. So for context, there are 12 strikers in a... well, 4 in a platoon. Yeah, 4 strikers in a platoon, 3 platoons in a company, plus 2 on top, so he's got, what, 14? Yeah. I don't think he has the full lot, though. I remember definitely thinking at the start that I was only seeing groups of 3 strikers. So I think broadly speaking, and then with the Humvees, there's 1, 2. I'm sure I've killed more than 2. I'm sure I got 1 down here. Whatever. Yeah, templating him in at a striker infantry company. I think we're about even on casualties. I think we're vaguely around about 50-50. Which is obviously, we can work with that. So plans. Yeah, you guys are out of action. Or not out of action. Let's try and see if we can't take you guys, any of you guys out. Yeah, these guys. I forgot about these guys. These guys moved up here, so hopefully they'll be able to sort that Humvee out before it reverses away too much. Like I said, I think I'm going to wait till about turn 6 before I really make any decisions. Though I might embark this infantry platoon, this one in the yellow, as my new reserve. Just so I have that flexibility to zoom them off to wherever I need them to go. Or, like I said, all I need to do is get one guy inside that objective to deny it. That's it. Oh, that AT-13's in position covering down there. That's good. See anything else from up there? Nothing overly interesting. Yeah, so we kind of have a bit of a grinder going on. We're in a position where we're pretty much trading, especially up here on the right flank. Over here in the center, it's a bit... both sides are getting punished pretty badly. But that's cool, because I have more men. I can really do with... Can I do... One of these BTRs still had some ABHE ammo left. Oh. Can't quite get the line of sight to... Oh, yep, yes we can. Let's give that a go. It's only got 12 rounds, but... might be quite difficult for some of those rounds to actually reach the target, but I reckon they can do that. Right, let's get these guys mounted up. Now you guys need to run back here and get in there. You guys also need to come back here, get in there. I've got my backstop, like my what's a good way to put it? like my second line of stuff down here. So if he does push this flank, which is unlikely, he will still get a pretty warm reception. Let's just get you guys to just lie down. Just in there, just in case the point starts getting mortared at the end or something like that. And, you know, I don't want to lose things now. Apart from that, yeah, these guys are kind of okay. Let's just reverse that into the woods a bit more. There's your line of sight, that's okay. So I now have a reverse slope position to work with here as well. Hopefully they're going to be able to RPG anything that pops up. Can you guys please spread out? You know, like just a little bit, so you don't all get killed at the same time. Yeah, with the mortars I only have that like one tube which is going still. A couple of these are still firing. Where are we? Yeah. Oh, one of them is still firing. Over here, so we'll just wait till that's done and then call in the next one. Yeah, so as it is, the plan is we're going to carry on as we are because I think we're doing pretty good, and get that reserve platoon sorted out again. Let's get you guys somewhere more useful. You're sorting your life out. You can see down there. You sort of cover that corner off. We can always like bring that one back up this way as well if we need it to. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And still, yeah, there's still not anywhere I can really bring a BTR up where it can cover all this off. Really? No. Those guys are just getting in there. Those guys did a good job shooting those Americans early. Okay, yeah, I'm just... You get the games like this where they're so complicated. This is why I keep going back over myself, working this stuff out. Okay, let's go. That was pretty good.